you've had a really great Christmas and you're looking forward to a really great, prosperous new year. And something that I've wanted to talk about, and I've spoken to many people when I've been to the gym the last couple of days, or people when I've been to social gatherings, is it normal to get sick this time of the year? I actually put a post out on LinkedIn, a vote, and let me have a look. The last amount of people that had voted was like 114 people had voted. So 127 votes, and 74% of people say it is normal to get a cold after Christmas or to get sick after Christmas. 33 people said no, 94 people said yes. And it kind of surprised me because, it was a bit of a loaded question. That is it normal to get sick? No, it's not normal to get sick. It's not normal to get cold. It's not normal to get flu or anything else that's going around. This isn't about what it actually is, just if your body is sick. And it's actually quite obvious the reasons why. And you might think, oh yeah, whatever, Ollie, yeah, it's just eating junk food and all this sort of stuff. But what actually is sickness and what is the body showing? It's that it's not feeling to the level that it could be feeling. It's not up to the standard where it normally is. You're not able to perform the place where you would normally perform. But why? Why this time of the year? Why is it more prominent at this time of the year that we get a lot more colds, we get a lot more flu, and we get a lot more sickness? Well, for starters, I'm going to describe a little bit what I see with myself. And that is that for 11 months of the year, well actually like 12 months of the year, it's just a week or two that I have such a high level of structure, such a high level of waking up at a similar time, sleeping at a similar time, having my meals at a similar time, and having a good daily routine. Just like a lot of us do. One of the reasons that people get really great results Monday to Friday and then not the weekends is because there is more structure in those working days. You wake up in the morning, and you get your routine going, you have your breakfast, you go out to work or you're working from home, you have your calls, you have this level of structure. And you have your breakfast at a similar time, your lunch at a similar time, your dinner at a similar time, and that consistency works throughout. We get used to it. And the reason that we get sick at Christmas time, or especially between Christmas and New Year, and then we have a week or so we feel sluggish, we feel like there's just so much other stuff going on in our body that we're slower, we have this Blue Monday in January, and you can look at all the science and all different reasons behind it. Yes, the furthest away from Christmas to payday or whatever it is when we look at Blue Monday, but what actually goes on at Christmas time? We have less structure than normal. Less structure means that there's more boredom going on. So there's more eating that we wouldn't normally do because we're sitting there watching a Muppets Christmas Carol for the 10th time and we know exactly what's going on, and we might enjoy these films and these different things, these Christmas specials and all these things going on, but we then stick and go to eat the food that is actually just sitting there. All these chocolates, these celebrations, these heroes, these roses, or the after eights and all these different things. I'm not a lover of after eights. Some people absolutely love them. A bit like Marmite, you either love them or you hate them. I'm not a fan of after eights. Now bounties, the celebrations, bounties, why all the hate on bounties? If you don't like your bounties, send them to me. Drop me a message, I'll give you my address, send them over to me. Bounties are my favourite of the celebrations. But anyway, we have less structure. We have less sunlight exposure, especially when people are having to stay in and isolate at the moment. We're getting less sunlight exposure. And the days being shorter, the winter solstice that went through, and we have the shortest day of the year, we're getting less sunlight exposure. We have more alcohol at this time of year. And that's celebrations, there's family get-togethers, there's parties, there's all these different things that go on, and potentially more stress with families that goes on, which then pushes more alcohol in there. There's less exercise at this time of year as well, and just higher levels of stress going on. So we're up later, we wake up later, the body isn't getting this normal routine that it would normally do. It's no wonder we get sick. We have inflammation going on in our bodies because we're not giving it the nutrients that we would normally give it. It's not getting the vitamin D from the sunlight exposure that we would normally get it. It's not getting the thing that it craves the most, structure and consistency that we would normally give it Monday to Friday. So when people get sick at this time of year, we can easily see why. And then it comes down to a point of self-love and wanting to, like, it's not saying you don't love yourself if you just eat crap like that, but awareness of it allows us to have this structure. Now, I absolutely had Christmas Day, Christmas Eve we went out for a meal, came back and I had some chocolate and things on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day I ate what I wanted. Now, one of the things that I don't have is gluten, and I don't have dairy very often, but I will have it occasionally because, you know, celebrations, heroes, advent calendar chocolates, all that sort of stuff that comes around in December. So didn't have the gluten, but Christmas Day, whatever I wanted, apart from gluten. Same with Boxing Day, the day after Christmas here in the UK. And that was where I'd allowed myself to just have whatever I wanted. And then Monday, I wanted to eat crap, but I also felt like crap from eating all this extra stuff that I wouldn't normally have. My heart rate variability, if you follow my content, then you'll know I'm a big believer in looking at your heart rate variability, your HRV, and having it above 60, the variation between your heart rate, your heartbeats. Now, it's normally above 60. It was about 68 on Friday. Christmas Day, it was a little bit lower, it was in the 50s. Boxing Day, it went to 36. Monday, it went to 24. Just from eating 2 days of eating whatever I wanted. A big roast dinner, some extra chocolate, and no doubt there was also some ingredients in the gluten-free stuff that cross-reacted and I didn't like it. But Monday, I knew that I was back on point. Now, Friday night, New Year's Eve, we'll have a bit of a party, a gathering, and we've got a family gathering on New Year's Day. So then I'll be back on point. And when I say on point, it's not 100% beast mode, all this sort of stuff, just getting some structure and getting some routine. Now, one of the things we get is that I don't understand how people can eat like this all year round. How do people, I'd say all year round, you're not having a Christmas dinner all year round, but is it that people don't know what it's like to feel good? Is that the case? Or is it just, it's the norm? What actually is it that makes people eat like this year round? But truly, something to think about is that it's not normal to get sick at this time of year. It's common. Just like waking up through the night is common. It's not normal waking up to go to the toilet. It's a sign that your body is under stress. And what is it actually costing you when you actually look at sickness and then you have multiple days of feeling crap, feeling sluggish, taking it out on your loved ones, your kids, your wife, your husband, whoever it is? What is it actually costing you? Does it then take time off work and so on? And how do we get back into it? The answer is building that structure back. And a lot of people, I know definitely with business owners, I know myself, I set this whole week to have no calls. And yesterday I was bored shitless, playing some PlayStation because my wife was working and I wanted to eat junk. Didn't do it, but I wanted to eat junk. So I went out for a walk. We took the dogs for a second walk and all these different things. And structure is something I thrive on. And I know a lot of people thrive on. And it's something to think about when we look at building in your perfect plan, your perfect routine. What is the structure that you can actually thrive on? And look at what your body actually needs. Now, if you are feeling a bit crappy, you're feeling a bit sick or anything like that, and you want to look at what I've been talking about, the full health screening, this is where we go through a brain health questionnaire, a genetics questionnaire, an adrenal function, so your stress levels. But the biggest one that's going to help with a lot of people is the gut health one. So if you suffer from random bloat or sluggishness, you wake up during the night, we're looking deeper into how your body digests food, how your blood glucose levels are managed, and all these different things. And it's going to be really beneficial for you to get these questions answered and go through a report. Jump on a call with me, and we'll just build an idea of how you can start helping yourself. And one of the things that I absolutely know myself has helped over the years, and many of my clients, is that if you are in a phase where you feel a bit sluggish, you feel a bit crap, but you think, actually, I'm going to start next month, next year, as it will be, and next week. If you plan ahead and book that in now, we usually help ourselves beforehand because we start getting better methods and everything like that. So if you want to jump on the full health screening for £99, then drop me a message or go to ojayhealth.com/services and we can get you booked in. I think I've got 2 slots open for next week, and then there's a few more slots open for the week after. But drop me a message if you want any more information, or you can go and book yourself in the services. But is it normal to get sick this time of the year? No, it's common. It's a sign your body is under undue stress. How can we start to improve that? It's a question that we have to ask ourselves. But I hope you've had a very, very Merry Christmas and going to have a Happy New Year. And no doubt we shall be seeing each other, speaking on content next week, next year, next month.